Hello everyone, this is James Shore with another test-driven JavaScript video. I'm recording this on March 25th, 2013. It's about 2 weeks since we last recorded. In this chapter, we are working in abstraction, design, cleanup, object-oriented programming, all kinds of really awesome stuff, and I am thrilled where we're going with this. Our WeWikiPaint client-side code has really been cleaned up, and we have this lovely, lovely set of functions that control what happens when our mouse moves around on the WeWikiPaint page. And I think it's really clear and obvious. What we've done here is we've factored out all of our event handling stuff into our DOM element abstraction. And then in our DOM element abstraction, we've actually factored it out even further into higher order functions that do the event handling. And see the previous episodes for the details on that. But I'm just really happy with the way this code is coming along. Now, in the last episode, we were working on moving the event creation methods or functions that we use in our test. We're working on moving those over to DOM element as well. We have these functions here, move mouse, mouse move, mouse leave, mouse up, and those actually create the events in our tests. And our test code was getting too complicated with all this event stuff in it. And that's actually was the impetus for doing all this DOM element work. But it's had a lot of good knock-on effects in terms of the quality of our client.js code as well. So I'm really happy with how it's coming along. In this episode, I would like to continue that effort. When we left off, let's just take a quick look at our to-do first though. Let's see, we are going to finish moving the event creation functions into client test, and we want to move our uses of jQuery, over there. And we want to clean up lint at some point. So that's what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to finish moving the event creation functions into client test.js. Right now, if you look at, let's see, there's our touch events. Where's our mouse events? All the way down here. This is why it needs cleaning up. It's just hard to find my way around. So we've got mouse down here. Mouse move, mouse leave, mouse up. So mouse leave and mouse up we've already factored over. Mouse move is what we were in the middle of factoring over. So let's make sure everything's working. It is. Excellent. When we left off, we were just working on getting mouse move using the new event creation methods in DOM element. That was working fairly well, except that we've got this sort of clunky if statement. What I'd like to do is move this out now. And I think the way we can do that is we can rename this to document body and move document body up to here. And that should all still work. All we've done is factor document body up to the top level, except it didn't, because this needs to be document.body. Now there's some weird duplication here and here. We will get around to that. Okay, there we've got document body there. Now if we look for our mouse move event that takes the optional element. So the issue was that sometimes we had mouse move working on a different element than the drawing area. And the way we handled that was this kind of clunky passing in an optional element. But now we should be able to instead say document body dot mouse move like that. And if that works, that will be awesome. And it does work, which means that now in here, I don't believe we're ever passing the optional element in, so we just need to do that. And since that's all we need to do, there we've got another one done. In fact, I think we can just inline this now. Get rid of mouse move entirely. Yes, excellent. So let's look what happens. Now, everywhere we were calling mouse move, we're calling DOM element.mouse move. And that's fantastic. And here you can see it's actually much more readable to see what we're doing here. So that's great. Okay. Let's actually do that same inlining for mouse leave and mouse up and make sure everything still works. It does. Fantastic. And now let's do the same thing for mouse down. Mouse down took an optional element. But what we can do is just find every case where we have the optional element here and use document body dot mouse down instead. Will that work? No, we don't have a document body dot mouse down yet. Let me see if I can put it in real quick. There we go. Now it's in there. So we'll do the same thing here. Now our location is weird. We're going to negatives, but you know what? I don't think that matters, honestly. Because our production code isn't actually using those values anyway. There we go. That should all still work. Now I've gotten rid of the optional element, so we don't need it. So I should be able to get rid of that. Yes. And now I should be able to, that means I should be able to say DOM element dot send dot mouse down like that. Yes. And now I should be able to inline it. Yes. Yes, my precious. All right. Send mouse event still has something calling it. What is calling send mouse event? Select start is sending mouse event, and that is it. Okay. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a select start. Now that should work fine. It's not being used yet. There we go. And now, send mouse event isn't in use. We can take it out entirely. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, that has cleaned that up nicely. Let's do the same thing for touch. So we've got DOM element just being used all over the place here. That is fantastic. Let's rename DOM element to drawing area. Where are we using the original drawing area? A few places still. Mostly for the on stuff. We'll leave that in there for now. But let's rename it to be old drawing area. And this we'll just call drawing area because I think it will read better. Now we say drawing area.mouse down, drawing area.mouse move. Awesome. Awesome. It's coming along. Okay, let's improve our touch events. So we still have the issue with touch start, touch move, touch cancel where we've got to do all this stuff. So let's do the same thing there. We've got the send touch event. Let's see. Takes a touch list. I see. We've got. Let's bring these over. Just copy them. I think I want to have them after the mouse event code. Now this should work just well. I don't know. It's not being used, but it may not lint. Yeah, it doesn't lint yet. Let's see. Let's back this up. Let's do it a little more slowly. Okay. Let's choose a specific touch event to bring over. How about touch cancel? I don't think touch cancel takes an optional element. Actually, none of them take an optional element. Well, that makes things easier, doesn't it? Yeah, I think we can just take out these optional elements here and here, 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 here. I don't know if this is actually true. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out and then see if the tests still pass. And if it does, then I know that I could take these out. Yeah, there we go. You know, I think I should check this in because I'm making a lot of changes here. So let's say we finish moving our mouse events into DOM element. There. And I didn't mention that we cleaned up those optional events, but that was pretty much a no-op, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. None of these use optional elements, so it should be a fairly simple matter to move them into DOM element. Let's try it. Need to do that just like we do the other elements. We're going to send single touch event. Bring this over. Need to take self, or yeah, self. JQ element is equal to this dot element. Drawing area, the page offset is equal to this dot page offset. And then we've got send touch event to bring over. Touch event takes the event, the touch list, and the element. Well, we don't need to take the element because that is simply this dot element. So let's just pass self through. And we're also going to need actually, I think that may be it. See what happens when we lint it. That was kind of a big set of steps. We got a strict violation on line 39. That should be self, not this. And create touch is not defined, so we'll need to bring that over as well. And let's pass self instead of jQuery element. And that needs to be self here. And touch list is not defined. That's just a global thing. And touch is not defined. Oh, I can't believe that worked. That was a really big set of steps. And we haven't actually done it yet. We're not using it, so maybe it doesn't work. Let's see. Touch start is what we've been trying to change over. We should be able to now say drawing area dot touch start relative x relative y. That should be equivalent. Let's see if our tests pass. Haha, yes, they do. Great. Now we can inline this, and we can do the same thing with touch move and touch end and touch cancel. Let's do that. Touch move, touch end, touch cancel. Those should work. We're not using them yet. Yes. But now, bring them over. Should still work. Excellent. And cancel. That should still work. There, that's working. Now we inline these puppies. Inline, 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 and done. Awesome. And that is all the time we've got. I hope I didn't go over. I'll edit this down a little bit. But let's just take a look at this. This is really, really coming along now. We are almost done. In the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this multiple touch stuff, and we'll also clean this up. We are probably going to wrap up this particular set of refactorings either in the next episode or maybe the episode after that. So what we need to do is we need to finish moving multi-touch event creation functions into client test.js. I think we're going to want to look up by, or wrap up by test DOM element.js, and that's a whole nother set of stuff. We might want to do that in a new chapter since this one's starting to run a little bit long. Anyway, that is all the time we have for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I will catch you next time.